All right, let's check in with the markets now. The local market surging well into the positive this afternoon after spending most of the week either muted or in the negative. Mining and resources stocks leading the gains and local stocks doing pretty well as well. Well, Sanlam Private Wealth's Nick Kunze joins me now to unpack the latest market developments. Nick, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. So, after a very sulky mood on the local markets, a welcome swing, Nick, but this is an international story, I would imagine. The JSE not alone in the positive this afternoon.
Yeah, evening, Devon. I wish we could say it was what's happening here in South Africa, and with so many politics in the background, the JSE was relatively boring. But positive start, as you said, to the session, and it got more positive as the Americans woke up this afternoon. And I think, as you said, we are taking a bit of guidance from global markets. All-time highs on the S&P, all-time highs on the Nasdaq again, and dragging the likes of the JSE up with it.
Everyone's talking about the minutes that's coming out of the U.S. Central Bank, the Federal Reserve. What's so significant to investors about that particular set of minutes, Nick?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because, sitting here at the bottom of the tip of Africa, why should we care about the FOMC, the Federal Bank, the American minutes? But it is very important because they effectively set almost the cost of money around the world. And what they say does move markets. We do live in a dollar-based economy, and in South Africa as well with commodities. All our commodities in South Africa are based and priced in US dollars. So the cost of US dollars is important. So, yes, minutes tonight, we'll get an indication of what they said at the last meeting. They were a little bit hawkish, talking about bringing those interest rate rises in America a little bit, coming soon, a little bit earlier than we expected. And they're going to be keenly watched. And we're all speculating about inflation or reflation. But that is why what the Fed says is important for the likes of us in South Africa.
Yeah, you talk about inflation. Let's talk locally. We just had a petrol price hike. One of the big factors was, of course, the oil price, and we saw that swing into multi-month highs in the oil price earlier in the week. It then dropped a bit. Tensions with this oil cartel, OPEC. What's happening with the oil price at the moment, and why should we be concerned?
Sure, it's always fun and games with OPEC, and this one didn't disappoint either. They tried it twice to meet. They didn't get on. The Saudi Arabians apparently stormed out. United Arab Emirates are holding court at the moment. They're holding all the cards. They don't want to budge. All sorts of games happening. But the background of that has led to an oil price which is pretty close to $80 per barrel. That's for Brent and for the West Texas Intermediary contract, which is the one that trades in America. So it is very important for us because as a country in South Africa, we import all that oil into our country. So the higher the oil price and the weaker the rand gets, it starts to become very inflationary. When the rand is sitting, Devon, at 13, 12.50, 13, not really a problem. With the rand out near 14.5, maybe 15 going forward, with oil at $80 a barrel, we've got to be very careful for inflation. Hence, you saw today the likes of the oil price, the petrol price going up.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Nick Kunze from Sanlam, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. Well,